Welcome back. I'm N.S. Lavanya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. In this video, you are going to learn the Roman's role in translation, in the history of translation. Eric Jacobson claims that translation is a Roman invention. So, we are going to see the role of Romans. It serves as a starting point to focus attention on the role and translation for the Romans. The views of Horace and Cicero on translation had great influence on the successive generation of translators. They discussed two main functions of the poet: the universal human duty of acquiring and disseminating wisdom, and the special art of making and shaping a poem. The accusations against Romans that they were unable to create imaginative literature in their own language. Stress has been laid on the creative imagination of the Greeks as opposed to the more practical Roman mind. The Roman exaltation of the Greek models has been seen as evidence of their lack of originality. The Romans perceived themselves as a continuation of their Greek models. Roman literary critics discussed Greek texts, and they never considered the language of those texts as an inhibiting factor. The Roman literary system sets up a hierarchy of texts and authors that overrides linguistic boundaries. This Roman system reflects the Roman ideal based on the true law of reason. But Cicero points out that the mind dominates the body as a king rules over his subjects or a father controls his children. He also warns that where reason dominates it, keeps them down and crushes them. So they have to be very much careful. He further says that the ideal SL text is to be imitated and not to be crushed by the rigid application of the reason. He is pointing out at the Romans. He also explains this distinction. If I render word for word, the result will sound uncouth, and if compelled by necessity, I alter anything in the order of wording, I shall seem to have departed from the function of a translator. This is his view. Both Horace and Cicero make an important distinction between word for word and sense for sense translation. It leads to a stress on the aesthetic criteria of the TL product when they try to enrich their native language and literature through translation. Horace, in his Art of Poetry, warns against overcautious imitation of the source language. The process of the enrichment of the literary system is an integral part of the Roman concept of translation. Horace advises the future translator not to become a slavish translator and asks them to coin new words. He compared this process of the addition of new words to the changing of the leaves in spring and autumn. He further explains that this process of enrichment through translation is both natural and desirable. The art of the translator is to interpret the SL text so as to produce a TL version based on this principle. Non verbum de verbo sed sensum exprimere de senso means expressing not word for word but sense for sense. There is also another dimension to the Roman concept of enrichment through translation. It is the preeminence of Greek as the language of culture and the ability of the educated Romans to read text in the SL. The position of the translator and reader alters when these two factors are taken into account. The Roman reader generally consider the translation as a meta-text in relation to the original. Roman translators transfer a text from language to language like an exercise in comparative linguistics. A good translator must keep in mind that the reader's knowledge of the SL text, thus producing a creative TL text. Longinus, in his essay on Sublime, cites imitation and emulation of the great historians and poets of the past as one of the paths towards the sublime, and further explains that translation is one aspect of imitation in the Roman concept of literary production. Roman translation may be perceived as unique as it rose from a vision of literary production. Then, with the extension of Roman Empire, bilingualism and trilingualism became increasingly common, and the gulf between oral and literary Latin widened extensively. Thus, the Roman translators were much quoted and proved themselves as canon of excellence in the field of translation. Thanks for watching this video.